2014 Desert Classic. Cars like this beautiful Bugatti. Magnesium body on this car. This has been many years in the restoration. This is a fantastic 1937 Delage D8, and the coach builder is Latour and Marchand, and stylish this is. The Peterson Museum brought this car out, and it is certainly one of the stars of the show. They were amazing for their size and beauty for their size. Maserati MC12, 300 SL Roadster.
Well, there's something you don't see every day. This factory seat belts. This is one of the last 26 cars built, and because of interesting circumstances at the factory, were sustained a little damage, they put it aside and finished it after the run. So this was, in effect, the very last 300 SL to roll out of the factory.
These cars are amazing. They're always a star at any Concours anywhere. This is a 1922 Duesenberg. They started out with the big straight 8. For 1922, this car was really pretty racy. This was one of the earliest Duesenbergs where the brothers put their name on their car. Another great car from the Peterson Automotive Museum is this 1953 Delahaye. This is a Type 178. This is the largest car that they built. It's a chaperon body and just a beautiful car. If you wanted to get noticed in the day, this was a good car to have. This is the 1930 Cadillac V16. This was the first year of the 16-cylinder cars for Cadillac. A Roadster with the pilot rays, which turned with the wheel back in 1930.
Everybody enjoys a Packard.
This is a Maserati 450S. There's only a handful of these. They were brutes on the track in their day. 4.5 liter, big monster cars. And this is a particularly stunning example. Not to be outdone, we have a Bizzarini P538. You really have to be an aficionado to know about Bizzarini and these cars, but it's well worth knowing, that's for sure. Bizzarini's hand was all over the Isogrifo as well. They used a Chevrolet 327 cubic inch solid lifter motors. Therefore, they were able to put a lot more money into styling and handling than they might if they had to build their own engines. Honestly, they're very, very good, reliable cars. This is the P538 with its Chevrolet GMC engine. This is a very rare De Tomaso race car in original as race condition. Love the patina. The 2014 Desert Classic. Cars like this Maserati MC12 next to a Maserati motorcycle. Lamborghinis are always welcome at these events. And something you don't see is one of the early Vectors. This was an amazing car out of America and really was the predecessor of a lot of the supercars. An 1896 Benz three-wheeler. And this is one of the new old Scarab race cars next to a Testarossa in bare aluminum. This was given to Wayne Gretzky for setting the all-time record of 802 goals and breaking the great Gordie Howe's record. An amazing car. Will one day end up in the Hockey Hall of Fame. There were quite a few Alpha here today to enjoy the wonderful weather, all the people, and the great cars. Some rare Aston Martins on display. The Porsche contingent was very well represented with all sorts of rare cars. This 1939 Bugatti really captured a lot of attention. It's a magnesium body, so you can't weld it, you have to bolt it together. Beautiful supercharged straight engine. This was an amazing piece of tackle in its day. Really fortunate to get to see it race up and down for a while. The Porsche contingent was very well represented with all sorts of rare cars. One of the featured cars is the mighty Porsche 917. They were never really meant to race, but that they did. And they just dominated endurance racing in the 1970s. And who is there to enjoy it more than Chad McQueen, Steve McQueen's son, a racer himself.
The fan shrouds on the inside and towards the firewall. Normally no Porsches turn around. It's a little 2.4 liter. So.
One of the early Trans Am cars, and an amazing car in its own right. This was driven by Tony Adamowicz, who was the Grand Marshal for the 2014 Desert Classic. If you were a Porsche race fan, you had a lot to look at. You have to consider what you're doing when you're putting the top up and down in one of these cars. 36 Delahaye 135M. I'll tell you, it's a Fagonian Flashy body, and that's about as handsome as a car can get, I think. Top, up, or down. This is a parade of some of the cars coming up to get awards. It's always great fun to see these beautiful classics in motion. And they come in all sizes and shapes, as you can see. There's the beautiful 30 V16 Cadillac Roadster, a stunning car. This was an interesting concept car, and that's the gentleman who built it in the day. Porsche, Ferrari, ESO, 917, Shelbys, Corvettes, something for everyone. The mighty 450S Maserati, who is celebrating Maserati's 100th anniversary. 32 Ford, one of the original hot rods, one of the original Lakes Roadsters. It's great to see these cars in motion because you can really appreciate just how beautiful they are when you see them driving down the lawn. It was really a great day out in the desert. Just next time when the Motor Car Society visits another great country.
It's a gift to all of us. Absolutely. They wouldn't know if you could get out of the car. They wouldn't know if it would stop and start when
Yeah, and I don't understand.
you told me you all bet stuff.